Are you ready to dominate Instagram? Today, I'm sharing how you can see what's working for your Instagram competitors. Okay, so before I jump into this, I want to quickly note that I share this on my podcast, and I want to share it here so you can actually visualize it and see it. But it is not a new technique. It's something that a lot of people utilize. I've seen it, I've utilized it myself inside of SEO, where you look at what your competitors are already ranking for inside of their own SEO strategy. And so you see what keywords they're ranking for. And this came about because I was reading a book called The YouTube Formula, and it talks about analyzing YouTube competitors. And I was thinking, well, why aren't we utilizing this inside of Instagram to see what's actually working? And so today I'm going to show you what I created and this cool thing that I feel like it's really awesome. So I want to just kind of show you what it is and so that you can create this yourself inside your own business. So I'm going to hurry and switch to my screen so you can see what I'm doing. The things that you're going to need for this is I created a spreadsheet, and I'm going to hurry and make this bigger so you can see it. So this is the spreadsheet that I created. And so what it is this is the Instagram research area, and then I'd have advanced research search area tabs down here. And so what I pre-did in this is I have the Instagram competitors handles here, and you want to make sure that you start with you, and then you're going to list just a bunch of different ones that you are currently following and that you want to check out their engagement and what they're doing. Then I have different columns with different information here. The two tools that I'm going to be using here, and these are free tools, you can pay for them and get more data from them, but we're just going to be using the free versions of this. So I'll link to these below, but this is the profile analyzer one. And then we'll be using not just analytics one as well. So I'll be linking to those as well for you. And my spreadsheet already generates this, not just analytics one for us, but yeah, we're just going to kind of jump into this, and I'm going to show you how this works. So what I do is you're going to copy whatever profile you're looking at, and you're going to paste it into the Inflac analyzer, the profile analyzer, and it'll scroll down. And I am horrible at Instagram, so that's why I'm looking into this. I need to do better at it. And so it's going to give me my data. And so it tells me how many uploads I have, how many followers, my engagement percentage, and just so you know, every tool is going to be different with their engagement rankings. It's not Instagram, so it's not perfect in the sense of like how Instagram shows what's their engagement percentage, but this is just a tool. If you go to look at the other tool as well, like if I come back here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I click this other one as well, where it's analyzing, and let's see if it works. It will tell you also an engagement level here. So every tool is going to be slightly different. So just keep that in mind that it's not going to be perfect. And so I've entered in the data here for myself. And so then I'll just start to go through, and I will copy all of these user profile names, because it has to be the profile name, and I'm going to analyze them. And so I'm going to hurry and quickly go through one with you. And then I will go through and do all the analyzing for all of them. And as you can see, this takes a little bit of time as it's analyzing, but the things that I'm going to be typing in here is the follower number, the engagement percentage, the average user per activity percent, and then the post per week. I think this is like the thing that I really am interested in. So we're going to hurry and just dive into that in just a little bit. So here's the followers. So if I click on it, I thought it gave me more, but I guess not. So it'll just be 91K. And then the engagement percentage is 0.02% is what they're saying. Okay, that shouldn't be highlighting. So something I need to look at. But average user activity is 1.13%. And the average posts per week is what I'm looking at. So this is 0.22 per week. This is not sharing your stories count. So just as a side note with that, that's not showing the stories count. So I'm going to go through here and get all this data. Then I will come to this one. I'm going to hurry and copy it so you can see what I do here, because I'm going to put on all this data. And I guess I could gather it for myself, where I'm going to have no followers because I haven't been sharing any content. So once I get to this second one, I'll generate that and it'll automatically pop it up here. And then you can see, here's the followers, but here's the average new followers per day. That's the number that we're going for. This one right here. So this one's really high, 923 new followers a day. That's pretty spectacular. So I'm gonna just hurry and make this go down. I'm gonna hurry and just go through, oh my gosh, I'm gonna hurry and go through all of these real quick and get all the data, and then I'll be back. I want to quickly note that you might come across this with this Just Not Analytics, where it's the oops icon here. And it's just telling you that no one searched for this person's profile yet, so they don't have any data on it. So you need to come back the next day. So give them 24 hours to get all the data. And so because of that, I had a bunch that I could not get data from. So I'm going to have to come back to this recording tomorrow so that I can give you the rest of the data and the rest of the things with this tool. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we are back at this. Things have updated after letting it sit for a while. So I'm going to show you what I found for the TFF Entrepreneur competition or competitors on Instagram and kind of what that does. So I did the not just analytics and added in the new followers per day based off that. And it's going to give you a formatting here is how I set it up, just to show you like this person has the best new followers today, this one, and this one. So what I would do from here is I would say, I want to dive into some of these a little deeper. So I want to do this one, this one, this one, and let's do, how many is that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just do any that had some on this case for that. So what happens here is once I select all these, and if I click the advanced research area, it adds them all over here. It looks like some of these numbers didn't pull over. So let me hurry and see why. Okay, so I've just added them in because I don't know why it was not pulling. So this is the next step. Once you come here is you're going to just analyze these a little deeper and figure out what they're doing, what's working for them. And the best way to do that is you go to, this is the not just analytics anywhere. So if I go to this person very first, and I'm sorry if this is you, but I just want to show you guys how this works. So this is Katie Speckley. And so it shows us how many followers new she's had since these dates, and so she's averaging this many per day. And so the thing that I want you to look at down here is you can kind of just see the growth that this person has had. And so starting of this year, she's been growing a lot, and so something's really working for her. So I wanted to really dive into her stuff. It also shows me her YouTube, or the hashtags that she's usually using. And so is there any here that I could be utilizing also inside of my business? And so it shows that right here, some hashtags that you can write down. And then some of these other things are obviously going to be paid for this, but we're trying to do this for free. So the next thing that I want to come do is come down here, and this is post interaction analysis. So this kind of tells you what her best posts are in this amount of time that it's going through. So if I look at this one has a lot of likes, a bunch of comments, and a lot of views. And I can look at this one too. So the thing that I like to do is after that, you come down here into this detailed post analysis and you find those videos. So like this one was one that did really well. This is that one that did really well. And so it tells you the hashtags that they're using, the comments again. But here's the cool thing. If I click this, it takes me to the actual post on Instagram. So what I would do here is I would watch what they're doing. I would see what's kind of working, what looks fun, you know, what people might be interacting to, how long is the clip, how is her editing style, and just kind of write that. I would write that in. in the notes area here, but I also like to see, okay, well, that's what she did for that one. And then I go back to this other one that she did really well, and I want to compare the two. So, okay, is this kind of similar? And I will note that things like this work really well where you talk about how much you made on something. And so I just want to kind of look like, okay, what's her captions doing? What's everything doing? And then the other thing that I like to look at is, okay, how many posts per week is she actually posting? And this is 0.22 is what it's showing me. Now, this is not showing us what she's doing on stories. So stories is probably different. Stories, she's probably posting more on stories, which you can see here that she actually has a new story up on her feed. And so it doesn't tell you that. And it looks like she really just posts reels, but there is the carousel option too. So it does show you carousels and regular stuff. And then if you go through here, it just kind of shows you what's happened inside her business as well, where people kind of fell off. So I want to just kind of show you with one more person because Maya Nicole does a great job. She's grown so much. I want to just let you see her analytics because why not? So this shows that she's gaining about this many new followers a day. She's crushing it here. And so if we kind of look at her graph, it started in this point and she's just grown exponentially. So okay, has she been doing? Here are her top hashtags. Can I utilize some of these? Which I would be like this one. I should utilize. I would take this one. I'm going to take that one and add it into my area. And for some reason it put it on a different page. So let's just add it there. Okay, so I'm going to be utilizing that one inside my business. I would probably be using Chat GPT too. Small Business Life, I'd be using that one. So, but I want to utilize what's really grown. So here's a post that did really well for her. I mean, look at the views on this thing. I mean, these ones probably have tons of views. Yeah, look at the views on these, but they look so little in the graph. So I want to look at this one. So if I scroll down again, right, here's the views. Here's that one that did really well. So if I click on it, it's going to show me what she did. And so here she is, just video of her B-roll here with some caption on top. So that's something that I would note. She also talks about it inside her caption as well. And it is, I don't know what the audio is because I don't have that on right now, but that's something else I would look at. Here's another one that has a lot of views. So what did she do here? Again, B-roll with some text on top telling you to see the caption for lots of streams that you can see. So that's what's really working for her, it looks like, because she's done this. Interesting enough, these reels, she doesn't have any hashtags on. The carousel one, she does. And on this one, but then she doesn't. It looks like she's testing that out to see how it does. So look at that. This one that did really, really well has no hashtags in it. So what does that tell you that you really need those hashtags? Here's another one that did really well for her. B-roll again with some text on it and just a little bit of text, and then she talks about it more inside of here. So I would really dive into these a little bit more in depth just to see, but that's essentially what you're going to do is you're going to go through each of these ones and start just analyzing it, see what's working, what can you take into your business, put it into this notes section here, and then you're going to take that and start creating content around what's working for other people. And that is how you analyze your competitors on Instagram and YouTube and all the other platforms, see what's working for them, and then utilize those inside your own business. Now, because I want to make this easy for you, I have created a spreadsheet for you. So you can download this below in a link. You just have to provide your email address to get access to it, but it is going to be free for a limited time. So be sure to check that out. And it just has the steps for you to get through this. You'll have to put in, first step is like we talked about, putting in the handles without the @ sign in front of it, just like we did here. So in here, no @ sign, right? So you add that in. You'll then go to this area, this Inflact analyzer, profile analyzer, and put in the for information here. This will generate by itself once you add in the handle, and then you'll do number 3, you'll get the average views per day. Then you'll determine what you want to research more, and then you'll go to the advanced area and everything will pull for you and you'll just analyze everything. So same thing that I just talked about in the video, but it is a tool for you to utilize. So I hope you enjoy this video on how to better analyze what's working for your competitors and start applying it to your business.